Hey everybody, how you doing? I'm Dr. Boyce Watkins from the Black Wealth Bootcamp. Now, I wanted to share something with you. Now, as you know, in my previous life, I was a college professor for 20 years, or I taught at the college level for 20 years. I taught finance for a very long time. I taught at Syracuse University. I was on the faculty for from 2001 to 2014, something like that. And I decided to leave because I don't like working around racist people. So I went and did things on my own. And now I teach you. And it's great because I actually have a whole business and platform around the idea of teaching black people, which is actually better than an HBCU, because HBCUs, unfortunately, the reason I never taught it at an HBCU is because a lot of HBCUs are very conservative. They're very expensive. Their thinking is still a little bit backward in terms of really being efficient when it comes to learning and technology. No disrespect to them. I love HBCUs. I love the graduates for sure. But sometimes the old school bureaucrats just aren't moving with the new world, and they've got to do that, or they're going to really they're not going to last that long. Some of them, especially depending on the government. Government money is not going to be what it is supposed to be for HBCUs, because we know how racism works. But anyway, I wanted to share something with you real quick and tell you, just kind of encourage you to understand the importance of learning how to invest. And I thought the best way to explain this is to give you an example. I just read an article recently about Netflix. Now, Netflix stock, basically, to do the math for you, if you bought $100 worth of Netflix in 2009, $100 isn't that much. Most of you can come up with $100 if you really want to. If you have something that you got to pay for, you come up with $100 maybe for half a bag of groceries or whatever it is, right? Or a new pair of shoes or whatever, or a night on the town or whatever, right? If you'd bought $100 worth of Netflix stock in 2009, back when the price was $5 a share, do you know that today, 7 years later, that Netflix stock, that investment, that $100 investment will be worth over $13,000. I think it was $13,200 and something, to be precise, or more precise. But the fact is, it would be a whole lot more money. Imagine if you put in $1,000. You put in $1,000, that's $130,000. Now, here's the funny thing about Netflix that I think is really intriguing. You knew that Netflix was a good company back in 2009 because you were probably a subscriber. You probably signed up for Netflix sometime between 2009 and today. If you're like most Americans, millions of Americans have signed up to Netflix. So it wasn't as if you had to be some sort of brilliant person with the ability to tell the future to know that Netflix was going to be worth all this money, right? You knew it was a good investment even back then because it was a strong growing company, right? The only difference is that because the penalty for not thinking like an investor is that instead of earning, $13,000, $25,000, $50,000 from Netflix, you've actually given, maybe at least hundreds, maybe thousands of dollars to Netflix over the years. Now, imagine somebody's been a subscriber to Netflix for 7 years, and let's say they paid an average of $7 a month, so they're paying $84 a year. What's 84 times 7? So they've given $588 to Netflix over the years. So you've given $588 that's contributed to the wealth of the shareholders. Now imagine somebody invested $588 in Netflix stock. If you use that same measuring stick that we had before, a person who invests $588 in Netflix stock back in 2009 would have, let's see, about $76,000 in the bank. Now, I want you to look at your life for a minute. I want you to think for a second. Ask yourself, how different would my life be if I had $76,000 in the bank? How different would it be, right? What options would I have? What business could I start? What thing could I do? What capital could I leave for my kids? And so this is why I think it's so important for us as a community to embrace the idea of investing, to embrace the idea of wealth building, to embrace the idea of cooperative economics, because this is our key to getting the strength and prosperity we deserve. I mean, in fact, if you watched the Black Panther documentary not too long ago, you saw that one of the struggles they had was raising money. When them white folks came in with them guns and tanks and all this other stuff, they didn't have the money to buy the weapons they needed to defend themselves. So ultimately, they struggled. So your economic security is part of your physical, psychological, and social security as well. So think like an investor. Get involved. Don't be afraid. We got a Black Wealth Bootcamp coming up on March 12th. Right behind me, you can see that. The students love it. We have over 1,000 graduates. And when you walk out of there, you'll know how to go buy your first share of stock. You'll know how the stock market works. You'll know a lot of things that I think will be extremely beneficial to you in your journey to learn how to invest and how to actually monetize America. Monetize America for yourself and for your family. That's what's going to get you where you want to get to. By the way, also, if you want to see me in person, we are on the Black Economic Empowerment Tour. We go to Chicago March 26th. If you want to buy tickets, you can go to drboycechicago.com. That's drboycechicago.com. So also, I hope you'll join the Black Wealth Bootcamp. You can use the discount code Dr. Boyce fan page, one word, Dr. Boyce fan page, to get 20% off the cost of tuition. I guarantee you'll love it. There's a money back guarantee. It'll be the best investment you ever made in your life. And I guarantee you this much. You're going to love this class more than anything you ever took in college, no matter how many hundreds of thousands of dollars you spent going to a university. We teach you real stuff from real scholars that makes a real difference in your life right now. So anyway, take care, guys. I'm about to get out of here. I love you. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.